Welcome to Pick Central. Today we are brought to you by DraftKings. The NBA Finals are finally here. Vibsy.
Ooh, baby.
Vibsy. And this is your last shot to win some real cash for a season ends. The simplest way to get in on the action, downloading the Pick 6 app from DraftKings. Every one of us has done it. Have traveled the country for it. It is a fun way when you're just want to. It's a lot of like low risk, high reward type of thing.
I just like tracking the games.
Tracking the games, but it's like you can get into these contests. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's crazy simple. Just pick more or less on the stats for two or more of your favorite players, and boom, you're in the mix for big cash prizes. No gimmicks, no weird rules, just ball. I'll tell you this right now, for the NBA Finals, I'm going to be doing it, and I'm going to pick more than points for Siakam every single time. Nail your picks and you're heating up. Pick 6 brings the upside with payouts to 500 times. Ready to make your finals run. Pick 6 is live in a ton of states: Texas, Cali, Georgia, Missouri. Yeah, it's also live in a lot of different states that don't have sports gambling legal yet. So it's a nice little thing for you to download. Get in. All new Pick 6 customers will instantly get $50 in bonus picks on just a $5 entry. Don't miss your last shot to win some cash this NBA season. Download DraftKings Pick 6 app right now and use code PICKCENTRAL. That's code PICKCENTRAL. New customers play $5, get $50 in bonus picks. Instantly ride the upside only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. We're going to talk about the Knicks are dead. Today it's myself, Big Ev, Clemmer, and NBA in the finals. I almost said NBA champion.
Not yet. It's
Eastern
coming.
Conference champion, Jeffrey Vibert, and Hubs is just joining us now. Vibs, I'll give you the floor first of how you feel about being in the finals, and then I'll talk to Knicks fans.
It feels incredible. And everyone's like, you haven't won yet, but it just feels good to make it. Like, especially with this team. I love that Big Ev's wearing his Knicks Cancun edition jersey right now. He's ready for the island. The tweet, it feels good to beat the Knicks. Like, I can't stand the Knicks. The tweet that bothered me was from KFC, where he was like, I take a bit of pride watching fans lose their mind for beating the Knicks. Like, it's like,
oh no,
or when the Knicks lose, and it's like, we don't like. Why is it the Mecca? It's because people get a thrill out of beating New York. It's like, no, we don't get a thrill out of it. We just like being the ones to shut you guys up. Like, they're so loud, so obnoxious. They think they're the best. They think they're God's gift to basketball. And it's like, all right, well, we gotta knock you down and shut you up.
I think
that's what feels good about it.
Yeah, I think there's two things. One, I do think that last year they had a bunch of excuses, so that also pissed you off.
Oh, it pissed me off. Yeah.
And then this year you full strength and won. Second, there's a thing where when we talk about the Knicks, right? The Knicks, a lot of people get mad when they celebrate their wins or whatever. And that's what comes with it, with the Knicks. If you're going to celebrate, then you also got to lose. Like, it's going to suck losing even more. It's like the Bills. When the Bills go through tables all the times, their fans, and they're going on fire, and then they get blown out, it's like, well, that's embarrassing. But that's what you get. You get either the high or the low.
I'd say the Bills were doing that whenever they sucked. You know what I mean? They're just out there to have fun.
Yeah.
The Knicks weren't doing that when we sucked.
You weren't going out in the street and celebrating for.
Did you not see the side talk videos? We were literally 500
for Trae Young.
2021.
For Trae Young, but that's the playoffs. Like, I don't know.
No, we were a 500 team. Like in January, fans were going nuts. Like, that's entirely false.
We beat the Celtics in double overtime game 1.
Yeah.
Regardless, though,
you did. Yeah,
It's were flooded.
I do think it feels better to beat you guys after, like, you guys do celebrate like that.
They feel good no matter what.
I think what KFC said, like, I think there's truth to what Vibs and KFC said. Like, people do get a kick out of beating New York. Like, the Celtics fans, the Sixers fans I saw coming out of the woodwork, like, after we lost, there definitely is, people just like to beat New York. It's the #1 media market. It's the biggest city.
You guys,
we are loud. We are obnoxious. We talk shit. So, like, when we lose, sure. Like,
yeah.
But I think there is truth to both sides. Like, I think some of what KFC said was true.
Yeah, but I
I
don't.
do love to, like,
The Knicks do themselves no favors. Like, putting up street signs. And I know you say the city did that. The organization, like, signed off on that. Like, it is insane. Like, the way you guys act, like...
Do we just, like, sorry for loving our teams.
Yeah, that's just how we
not-
act.
Like, because you're like, it's so embarrassing.
It
Like,
is
I'm
so
not-
embarrassing.
I'm
No,
not
it's not.
embarrassed
If
at
that was any other team, you would be shitting all over
I don't
them.
think the
No,
street
no, I
signs.
wouldn't. Like,
I don't think
no,
the
I
Why
street
should we be shit on for having passion and caring
It's
about
not passion. That's
crazy.
ridiculous. You're celebrating non-championships. It's pathetic.
I don't think the street signs are as crazy.
You're allowed to celebrate good
Clemmer's
moments, Clemmer.
Like, guy, you're not in the team. Like you acted like this is what I hate about about like Boston fans. Period. And usually they're younger than you, but for some reason you only have the Celtics.
There are a lot
have
of
this like bravado about you that you don't deserve. You're a loser in every team you have besides the Celtics. But it's these Boston fans that are like are in my age, like like
you
30
say
years
that,
old.
but like the Mets
Come out and they're like, oh, like we're so like we like you
What are
weren't
the
guy,
Mets?
you weren't in the team, like you're not better than me because you just grew up in Massachusetts area and you're like 30 years old.
I think I'm better than you. Relax. You're
That's the
you're
way
taking
you're
this
like, oh,
oddly
like,
personal. No, like
You
the
did
Knicks.
not like
the Knicks.
I'm not embarrassed at all that we put
should
up
be.
None.
signs like 0%.
Well, you should be.
No.
No.
Don't tell me how to act. That's how we act.
Christopher Clemmer said I should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed.
I mean,
No, I'm not.
If you tell me to act one way, it's a good. I'm probably on a good side acting.
Correct. If I'm on the
I don't want to
opposite
act the way
side,
you.
I'm
are.
right,
probably the right
would you guys make fun of the Colts for the AFC finalist banner?
when did I do that?
I'm
Ever?
asking.
Never. No.
Yeah.
You never did that?
Well, I think that's also.
Me?
No, I'm
That's like
saying you.
that was like a part of my
No
take.
one's saying you, but that's like is pretty embarrassing.
I'm a Colts fan. I made fun of that. Like,
You know, like I don't really.
Yeah.
Care
I don't think.
about
It,
that.
I don't think it's the same thing. We didn't. We're not.
I'm not saying it.
We didn't hang a banner.
I'm not saying it's the
I
same
think the street
thing, but I
signs
think
in-
the
I don't.
I don't have.
So many
It's
worse.
gimmick by the mayor, dude.
I don't have a problem with the street
Excited.
signs.
street signs like we have fucking. That's what our.
You act like Landry Shamet was up there like putting it up his. himself.
The organization signed off on it. It's ridiculous.
Okay, whatever, man.
Shamit might have been out there hanging him. We don't know.
If that was a team you didn't like, you guys making fun of that.
No,
you guys
we
are such
wouldn't.
hypocrites. Bullshit.
We talked about this a week or two ago. Everything I've talked about from like I love like storming the field after wins, like even like not
Sure.
big ones. Like my like general just behavior and the way takes I've had it would be very inconsistent with wanting like being so ashamed about these signs.
you
Like,
know,
I don't-
you
I
better
do not
never.
care about the street
you
signs.
never better than like give that big brother little brother shit to the Mets. Then because celebrate the little moments. Then I
don't remember myself knocking
was
any Met
celebrate
celebration
wins,
last
guys.
year.
all right.
Yeah, that was Marty.
Dude, I
Well, yeah,
never
no,
celebrated one.
But I am. Listen, there's different things though. Like I don't think it's embarrassing what it is. But would you rather the street signs not be up? Yeah, probably.
don't really care.
I do not care in the
Zero, like,
slightest.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
bother me
think
at
you-
all.
I think you do.
Literally zero.
I think I'd rather. If you had a choice, I think I'd rather it not be up. I think that. But I don't think it's embarrassing. I think it's like, oh, you guys were playing really well. It was fun. It's fun to get the city involved in the playoffs. I have to find no problem with it.
When they have the Big Ten tournament, they change all the street signs to like teams in the Big Ten tournament. When the Indy 500 is in Indianapolis, every street is a racer.
very
It's just,
different.
it's just something you
I have
do.
no problem.
That's very different.
It's
the
just
city
celebrate the
getting
team.
behind it. No, but I also think that like I found it funny. Yes, that the Mets were doing their trumpets all the time, and it was like they haven't won shit. But it's fun. Your team, you can get behind your team. But I also think it's fair for other people to make fun of your team after they lose.
Sports are supposed to be fun. If you're not enjoying the
they're
the
also
fun
not.
Okay.
They're
Can I
not.
just have a moment here?
No,
Let him talk.
Let me spout off his cliche.
Go,
Go ahead,
Bill.
It's not a
Bill. Yeah.
cliche though. Sports are meant to be fun. If you're not enjoying the good moments along the way, and if you're living in a world where it's like if they don't win a championship, I'm gonna be pissed the entire year.
Well,
that's just not the way to live. That's how
all my
Frank
teams,
lives.
so, yeah.
But that's how Frank lives.
All my teams, unfortunately, that's exactly
like you're allowed to be.
besides the Giants.
You're allowed to be happy at certain
Then why are you?
moments.
You're the same guy who said you were gonna like kill yourself like last week.
Because I'm emotional, Clemmer.
Well, then you got to pick a route.
Because you
then.
feel
Saying
so
the
good at the
K-word.
top and you feel so low at the bottom.
Meek.
Do you shit on baseball teams like when they win a wild card round and like they pop bottles in the
No.
So like
I
celebrate your
think
moments.
I also do think that is really
Celebrate, dude. It's a small.
I have no problem
Celebrate
with
your
Celebrate
moments.
your
I think it's very fun.
I always
I think the
think
street
that-
sign stuff was funny. I thought it was funny. I'm sorry.
I think it's okay for like opposing fans to shit on it, but like it's also okay for us to not give a shit and enjoy
Yeah.
it. Like
course.
I understand people thinking it's silly and laughing about it. Like I don't. It's not like I'm confused by your mocking, but also like as Knicks fans, like all right, fuck it, we celebrate it. When we lose, we lose.
Like what?
And we got to eat it. It's fine.
Clemmer, do you think we celebrated too much when we beat the Brewers in a wild card?
No.
Do you think we celebrated too
Why?
much when we beat the Phillies in the NLDS?
No.
Do you
Why?
think? So you think I was fine
I
waving?
think those. Why? Why do I think the
Because
celebrations were
that's-
appropriate?
But that's exact. The Knicks
well, if we
and
hung
Mets are
up-
the same thing.
No, it's not.
we actually did hang a banner.
Okay, no, we put a number on a banner, which I could also not be thrilled with. I'll say this.
That's pretty bad.
That's the same thing.
Can I explain this myself? I can talk. If we hung up street signs, I would not have been happy.
But okay,
You just hate street signs.
the banner's okay,
All
but
right, now
street
you're not
signs is
making
too.
it.
The banner's
Yeah, it makes
worse.
sense. Oh,
It's worse.
Banner's definitely
Banner's
worse.
definitely worse.
it's a wild card banner that has every year we made the wild card. Now you could say, should that be up there or not?
Like why?
like a
are you-
Rays
why?
thing.
But
Rays
you
do that.
guys celebrating
Oh, no,
so much.
I think the Rays do individual banners for each wild card season. This is one banner with all of them there. I know it's splitting hairs. I don't love it.
But
I'm
you
not going
guys
to defend
went
it.
absolutely berserk for the Mets winning a wild card round.
And you should.
They did the same thing for their first
where
round.
we did it for even
And you
further.
shit on them, and then
We did it for,
their
we did it for
second
beating
round,
the champs.
They beat the Celtics. They won, and they deserved to.
Yeah, but then they went nuts, and then all of a sudden you're
course.
like, that's too much.
When did I say it was too? Okay, if
No,
Knicks
but the
fans,
Knicks, like,
you
Knicks
said it was-
fine.
you
those
said it
are
was
not
made a
equal
mockery
footing.
of it.
It's not equal footing. The Mets fans did not storm the streets when they won.
Yes,
We
they did.
did.
City
Yes, you
Field.
did.
Yes,
There's
they
nowhere to
did.
storm.
They stormed the streets.
There's no
Outside
streets
City
out of
Field
City
was
Field.
wild.
They go to LaGuardia? I don't know.
Clemmer
They can't go anywhere.
Clemmer, we
Where
were
it's
having a-
located.
we were having a
Apparently, the
block.
location.
The
of
Mets
it is-
played right here. There would have been something that happened.
I don't know if people. I didn't see any Mets fans climbing on top of street
Clemmer, we were
signs.
having a blockboard outside City Field where Spider-Man was dancing.
Okay. Were they climbing on street
Yes!
signs? I
They
don't
were
think.
I guess that's it. They didn't climb enough. That's
I don't know. They
Yeah, Spider-Man there. People
Climb
weren't
high
even
enough.
climbing.
Clever.
so-
The way you are trying to justify this is like
I don't think so. I think you guys are trying to spin this all on me, which is weird. You guys were embarrassing. You guys lost. Season's over. Deal with it. You're never gonna win. That was as healthy as your roster is ever gonna be.
That's right. No, we
Guess
we
what?
won.
You
That's
guys
right.
are
Yes.
fucked. You didn't know. You didn't win. You didn't win, Ev.
We beat you. No, we beat you.
You beat me.
I beat you.
How sa- and that,
Sit down there and shut up like a little bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I beat you.
You did. Congratulations, Ev. And you're
Period.
still never going to win a
Damn
ring.
right.
You're never going to win. You guys were so happy after you beat the Celtics. This is the first time we have a chance to win a finals. And you couldn't even get past the next
We
round.
beat the Pistons
You
and you
lost.
We beat the Pistons and
You
you
lost.
laughed at us for thinking that was significant. And then
Well,
we
it
beat
wasn't
you,
significant.
And you don't have a
First
two-peat,
round.
and you don't have a three-peat.
beating the Pistons.
Oh,
God.
okay.
But
I
You don't have
love
you
that.
don't have a one-peat.
We ended your two-peat, three-peat run.
No.
That brings so much
Celtics
joy.
are dead. Celtics are
If
dead.
we had won that series,
Dead.
if we had
Celtics
won
are
that
dead.
series without Tatum, these guys would have whooped our ass.
someone just put a camera on Vivs of two losers talking, yelling at each other, and the guys in the NBA championship right now.
So the Pacers celebrated in the locker room after they got the trip to the NBA Finals. They didn't pop bottles and go crazy. Apparently, they just had like sip champagne and were just like, "Yep, four more wins." They did. I love that. Like,
To be fair, the pop bottles, I think it's just baseball. I don't think any basketball teams really do that. Like in the
I think when
It's
they win,
only
when they
NBA.
win the
I'm only
championship,
baseball.
they do.
win. No, I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
They win it all.
before
Go
winning
into
it
the
all.
thing. Yeah,
Before winning it all.
But
They just
still.
do the hats. They do hats and trophies.
Halliburton did a
I-
great job on Twitter too.
Oh yeah, dunking on
Well,
Ben Stiller.
do you think he's doing too much? You think he's not focused?
No, he did 2 tweets.
2 tweets is more than 0. I think he should be
Two tweets. The
focused.
game doesn't start till Thursday.
Yeah, what's he supposed to do?
I don't know. I think it's a
When
little,
he's getting
No,
close.
How would you know what to do?
little inconsistent here.
Wow.
Obviously, not allowed
Yeah, well,
to.
That's
maybe
sad.
Jalen
He's
Brunson
only-
shouldn't be doing his
I
little
thought- wait,
podcast with Josh Hart. Maybe they should.
inconsistent. Some guys are allowed to
I
celebrate.
thought sports were supposed to be fun.
Yeah, some guys are allowed to celebrate. Some guys aren't.
Oh, no, not.
I'm trying to put it back in your ball. Put the ball back in your court.
Football.
back in the ball.
I think it's smart.
No, I have no problem in doing
Because
it.
honestly, if I were to spin zone, I mean, if I knew we were going to lose to the Pacers, I would have partied even harder.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think and this is respect, because I actually think they're going to play a lot better than a lot of people think. But if you're the Pacers, get your licks in now.
I got the Pacers.
I'm not even saying this like the Thunder are just that good. Like it's.
Oh no. Well,
Make sure you get in while you can.
no. Now don't be Clemmer.
No, I'm not.
Now it's like, we beat you. We ended your season.
No. But I promise you will never, even if it's a sweep, you'll never hear me be like, oh, like fuck the Pacers, like blah blah blah. Like I
Why?
won't
They're
say
their
that.
biggest rival.
But that's not because I don't do that. Like I lost to
He
them.
does that.
I'm not going to come in there because I'm not you, Clemmer. I'm not going to talk
okay.
shit after they just beat us. Like the Pacers, they got it.
You always treat the Mets
They
with
got
such
it.
respect, Ev. I forgot.
Yeah, the
I forgot
Pacers-
how respectful you are to the Mets.
The respectful Ev, they call me.
The
Always respect.
Mets
No one
are
calls
a
it.
Most
joke,
respectful
though.
fan there
Like
is.
they're
I'm going to remember all of this, and the second the Mets do anything, and you try to little brother us, I'm going to remember this.
No.
When the Mets win a playoff series, I'm not letting you celebrate with me. I will not. I will not
wanna
hug
celebrate with you.
I will not hug you after any
That's
home
fine.
run
You-
because I know how little it means to you.
You can molest that bear on your own. That's fine.
Shout out the Oakley Bear.
He gave us one win.
That Bear, by the way, that is not allowed. You got Knicks all over it. It's not allowed in the room with us.
Kept our season alive.
Unfortunately, the Mets,
We'll have other gimmicks.
the Knicks are just never gonna like. I'll say no. I won't say never. The Mets have it way harder than the Knicks. I could tell you that. But the Knicks, I tweeted this.
Mets have it harder than the Knicks?
Definitely.
What do you mean?
Like to get to the World Series, 1,000%. The Dodgers, the Phillies,
It's like how easy the East is.
The path is harder.
Getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But not winning it all.
He's talking about how easy like the path to get into the
Yeah, winning it all. It's easier for the
correct.
Knicks to win it all than the Mets.
True.
So bad.
That's fair.
I think I actually Meek had a tweet this weekend, which I kind of disagreed with.
Shocking.
No, I'm more on the Knicks side.
Oh.
And he was like, the Knicks have peaked basically. They can't go. I think if you told me the Knicks came back to this very spot next year, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think the Knicks can win because the teams in the West are so strong. But why can't the Knicks go back there?
If game 1 doesn't end that way, you don't know how the series plays out.
And also, what if the Pacers what if Halliburton got hurt or something?
Right, there's 50-50 games. They didn't just. It wasn't like a walloping in the series. I think it could have gone either way if a few balls bounced the right way.
Now the Knicks, they have great help.
I don't know though because
Game 1.
Yeah, but game.
That changed everything though. Looking back,
They dominated three
but
other
they
wins.
dominated a lot. I thought it was going to be a lot
wins.
closer. They kind of just dominated after.
They were better. No, they
were better. I'm not here,
better.
but I'm just saying it's not impractical to think that the Knicks
I don't
can't.
think so either.
I actually think it
not.
is. I actually
It's a practical thing. They can't get back to
Now, can they win it all?
No,
I don't think so.
I'm sorry. I kind of agree with Meek. I don't think they peaked. I think they could get back, but I do think that when your superstar is 6 foot and can't play much defense, he's great. He's not the problem at all. I'm not saying that. But then their second superstar can't play defense.
That's the
at
issue.
all. And then he's the guy where it's if Jalen Brunson's fine, you can win a championship with him 100%. But your second guy and your second scorer not being able to play defense and also a little inconsistent, I don't think you can ever win a championship.
I think you can get there, but
series.
you know that you cannot win with Towns.
It's tough though. But it's tough to say even get there because it's this was your chance. The Pacers, you match up. I thought it was very even on paper. The Pacers were definitely better, and I think people should respect the shit out of Siakam because that guy, his bad games are 18 points. It's his bad game.
Deserved MVP. Shout out to whoever got him 30-1 before Game 6.
Yeah, we showed it. We popped it on the screen.
I didn't do it, but I gave the odds out.
You were leaning more.
You're good at that stuff. You should have done that. Well, I guess it's against.
I'd
your
have to
team.
go to Jersey and place it, but I also not gonna bet against my own team there.
Yeah, but regardless, I think that that's where I think I don't the East is gonna somehow get better. I think with Giannis going somewhere in the East. If
Giannis
he goes to the East.
Giannis could go to the West.
I still think he's gonna go to the East. But regardless.
But even that would just be a lateral, all of a sudden the Bucks just become you know what I mean? All of a sudden his team just becomes
Because it's going to be traded for a haul, so that team's going to get gutted.
Yes.
Whoever gives up. So he's not going to a great situation.
Regardless,
You know what I think the
just
bigger
think
issue is,
the
Marty?
Knicks need to tweak one thing.
I don't think the Knicks will ever be that healthy again.
That's-
Just because
yeah.
everyone was healthy.
I don't know though.
That's
feel
hard to do.
No, that's fair. That I think is fair.
It's just hard. I don't like doing that because it's you have to. The Pacers were healthy 2 years in a row.
No, you guys.
They missed Matherin last year.
Last year
and he
we
was
were
a big
at-
part of this
Yeah,
year.
but it was but their main guys were healthy. Is what I'm saying. That.
Yeah,
The
but
Knicks
the
were not
had,
healthy at all.
almost the opposite of last year, where they were so healthy.
Yeah.
So I think that might be. But if you told me the Knicks are back in the Eastern Conference Finals next year, I would be like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not crazy. So that's why I kind of disagree.
I
with you.
wouldn't be
think you'd say it's
surprised, but
crazy.
I don't think we can. I don't think we could beat the Pacers in a playoff series. If we just run it
But
back
the way
again.
you say it's if you know you can't win a championship, where you're I don't know if you know, but it's you might as well. Are you okay with just getting back? It's the Cavs. Are they okay with just running this back and getting to a conference championship, or do you make that one change where you really do think you can match up with the OKC or?
I don't think one change does that though.
What?
I don't think there's any way. You said make that one change to get there.
I'm not
There's
saying
no way
one
these
change.
teams can get there.
What
do you
teams
mean?
can get there off?
Like the Knicks or the Cavs or maybe maybe
But
we'll see. I think the
to the
Pacers
finals, you're saying, or win the finals?
win the finals.
Nobody's
think
getting on OKC's level. We can all agree on that.
Okay, they're
But we can't say that because also
You
last
don't know if
year
OKC's
was
going to be in there either.
Same team as last year. They lost in the playoffs. I know they're getting older and better. I still think the Pacers can beat them. I really do think so.
I love that everyone's doubting us. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. OKC obviously the favorite.
They're better. 1,000% they're better. But I do think the Pacers match up you have a lot of depth on that team that
Sure.
can help them.
People said Bucks in 5. People said Cavs in 5.
No one
People
said Bucks
Knicks
in 5.
Oh,
No one said Bucks
they
in
were.
5.
They were.
That one all.
Trust me. Oh, they were.
Like we had on this show weeks, we were like, oh, that's like a.
We
outta here.
used
like-
ink and wrote Pacers.
We'll give you the Cavs and Knicks.
Yeah,
No, fuck no.
Cavs,
Nah, give me the Bucks.
Cavs
I
100.
hate that Bucks
They
team.
have Giannis.
Hate that. Yeah,
They have
nothing
Giannis.
else.
He's top 3 player in the league. Anything can happen when you got Giannis.
I think the Thunder would have swept the Knicks easily.
They might have. I
I
mean,
think they're gonna. I think they're gonna.
And I think this goes. I'll give you. I think Indiana wins one home game.
five.
And I honestly, and it's not a disrespect to Indiana in the slightest. That the way they defend and the way and they can match your pace too is just like the Knicks want to slow it down.
Right.
And Indy wants to go like there's
Indy's
there's a
big
mismatch.
too. Like they match up in that department as well.
it's the.
What?
I agree. Hubs.
It's OKC.
Yeah.
It's
The
They just do
defense
everything
for OKC is
so much better.
I,
than everyone
listen,
else.
I think
Everything.
everyone on these chairs is saying we all know OKC is the better team. I
It's just
think-
defensively, they just have so much.
I mean,
more
better
than
by
the
a
Knicks
mile, Marty.
I don't think by a mile. No, I don't. think so.
I don't. So the bet on DraftKings is under 5.5 games.
I would take that.
And you don't even need to say Thunder or Pacers, but it's minus 135. Like I put a good sized bet on that.
the way
I
the
probably
way
will take that.
the way the Thunder
I'll
can
usually
pick up
take-
Halliburton just really makes me nervous because if Halliburton isn't going, like this team is.
Yeah, like
is
the
cooked.
thing is like you said, and I wholeheartedly agree. Like Jalen and Towns, you can hunt those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a big. You can't hunt one player on OKC.
Right.
No one.
Right.
Like, SGA is as good offensively, arguably, as he is defensively. He's just gonna swallow Halliburton, and then Dort's gonna be roaming around causing chaos.
The problem is they always have someone
so
that
deep
has
and
a
so
game
talented.
And they're like,
The
"Yo,
Pacers are
what
going to
is
be
this person?"
stunned when they face a team that actually gets back on defense.
Right.
Like, oh wait, they made a layup. And
Like they'll be fine with
there's
the
not an open
pace.
lane here?
They won't be. They won't like
yeah,
the Knicks did not want. And anytime Indy ran, Knicks were in a
Isn't
load of trouble.
Jalen Williams 22?
Yeah.
23,
Nice.
23.
That's disgusting.
Same draft
know-
class as
do you know
Shaq.
what's
They drafted
fascinating?
him and Chet.
But Shea is
Their year
25,
three.
right?
Yeah.
So is this 2 superstars? If you call them, if you call Halliburton a superstar yet, which I know he's on his way and he could be. Is it 2 that were not drafted by their teams but got traded? Because was it
Halliburton
Kings,
was-
Shea was-
Halliburton, and then
Halliburton.
Shea was
Shea.
technically
Shea was a
Hornets and then
yeah,
Clippers.
He
Crazy.
played a whole year with the Clippers too,
Yeah.
and Halliburton played a time with the Kings. They actually played with
both
How was Shea on the Clippers?
He was good.
It's not this, obviously.
was part of
the
that
role
ball.
wasn't there for him.
He was on a playoff team. They came back from down 20 versus the Warriors in a
Yeah,
game.
he was really a good player.
This is like I know like I'm not gonna be over the point, but like with the Curry thing, like this is what I keep talking about. That George trade changed the entire fate of this franchise.
Dude, for both teams.
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Paul George getting traded away from both teams set them up to
Yeah,
be
he
finals.
built both these teams.
But that's why I harbor the point so much because if you get one dumb GM who will give you everything, then you can completely change your team and you can build a winner.
So
No, Clemmer,
I think the difference
they,
is Paul George was in his prime and incredibly overrated.
now they also hit on their picks, which
They did. They hitting Jalen Williams.
They
is
still
like
have a pick left. We can't even
they
say that
did-
yet because
No, but they've hit on
It's
a majority of their
crazy.
picks. Look at the Utah Jazz, who sold Gobert and Mitchell for all those draft picks, and they're no better than where they were
All right,
when
but
they
then look
started.
at the
rebuild.
Celtics with Brown. Like, you can do that
Like-
game all day.
No, but I get it.
But-
It's like getting picks is the easy part.
No,
Hitting
it's
on
not.
the picks is the hard part. No, yes, getting picks.
Having
is,
the courage to
getting
get the picks is the hard part.
Getting
No,
picks,
hitting
is
on the picks is the hardest part for me.
yeah.
Yeah, like,
Especially in the NBA.
That's why you want as many as possible.
I guess, but
And then if you miss on a bunch, you
them
just get fired.
Like them hitting Jalen Williams like 12th overall was like that's like a
Crazy.
once in a million. Like
Even Halliburton, like
Yeah.
some of these drafts, you're like, it's such a crapshoot. You really don't know.
like getting Chet was luck. Getting the moving up at 2, and everyone knew Chet Holmgren was going 2nd overall. Like, that's
Yeah.
luck.
yeah.
You know
Jalen
what's
Williams, that's an organizational success.
I'm pretty sure it's since 2007. This is the first championship that a team didn't play on Christmas.
Which is insane because
Fun stat.
LeBron didn't play on Christmas
KC
in
didn't play on
2007.
Christmas? That's
No.
kind of that's
Yeah, I thought they did. I can see the Pacers not, but OKC.
Pacers
not
Knicks
playing.
feels like a Christmas game.
It's always like Luka always
No.
would get the game like Mavs.
No, I would love for it to be. I thought it would be this year, but then they'll put Knicks versus the Bucks or something.
Oh, I
like
think
We had
that.
the
I actually
Spurs.
would if I could
Yeah.
bet that I would that the Knicks Pacers will be like the noon game.
I would love that.
I also think I saw.
Now
that-
there's a legit rivalry. Like
feel like there always was. No, I'm out of it. So you
But
guys know better.
before they
it was
played
a
the
gap.
yeah, but it's like
No, there was.
Yes.
The
No,
Knicks
I
were
guess
bad
you're
for
right.
so long.
Yeah.
And
But for a neutral observer, in my mind, and maybe because I grew up in the 90s, I think Knicks Pacers and like my heart rate goes up.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
go.
different.
like we
Yeah.
played that one series in like 2013 that
Yeah.
the Pacers beat us.
We were-
Our
we were bad
lifetime,
for
like
so long.
our
No
lifetime,
rivalry.
it's not like I would never think.
But
it.
now you get-
It's back on.
Now you get Halliburton's there forever, and Jalen.
Knicks will be good next year. Like I think that like next year, like
Depends what they look like. I don't know what they do.
they'll be good next year. Huh?
They're in a weird spot.
But they could
They're in a
just
weird
they
spot.
But they can go
potentially
so
make-
many ways here.
So they can make a big.
They
I think the Knicks
fire
could actually
Tibbs?
Yes, they could make a
They
big.
could. They could. I mean, it could happen.
I don't think they.
So how about that
fired
fucking?
Tibbs.
Cat is obviously. I would trade him. I would do whatever I can to trade him.
You guys would just all. Look, I can't keep track, Marty.
You can't win with,
They-
him,
they-
with his
Oh, but
defense.
it's the defense, man. It's the defense.
But it's tough because he also
It gets
won
you to a
them some
point.
games.
You got to
too,
get
where
over the
it's
hump.
like-
It's getting. He got like you're able to get clearly. He was West Conference Finals team last year. He's a Conference Finals team this year. Clearly, you can.
But
go
he's also
forward.
gotten you guys do hate on him a little. Not you guys specifically. I think you're actually pretty fair about. But like even Knicks fans, everyone's like, we got to get rid of Cat. It's like he also got you to the place where you're celebrating all the time.
He
Like,
was
No,
not
but
that big of a factor in Celtics
I
series.
think I think you just.
But
see
he also
clearly-
won you like a legitimately
The
won you a
Pistons,
game
yes.
against the Pacers as well.
he
himself.
saved your series with game
saved
3.
it,
Yeah.
But
himself
that-
in the
that's
fourth quarter.
Yeah,
it's like,
but for the
I know
whole
it's
series,
not one
he's one of
game,
the
but
bigger
it's
issues.
like, yeah, but I think there's a lot of. I think Mikal Bridges is another issue
Bridges.
where it's
I
like,
mean, he fucked everything.
we don't beat the Celtics without him.
yeah.
yeah, but
he was incredible. Like,
Right.
like I just
That's what I'm
when
saying.
it comes to Cat, I just think like yes, he can get you to this point, but if you want to take like the next step, I think you have to make.
How about that hip?
You guys still might beat the Celtics without Mikal Bridges, by the way.
No, he made literally 2 defensive plays in the series.
But defensively, he was huge, especially on Brown.
But this is what I keep going back to. Like, I think this team peak is. You can't look at it as, they were 2 wins away from the finals. This team had a point differential of 0. They were lucky. I don't want to use the term lucky, but like they were fortunate to get past the Pistons. The Pistons were very, very close to winning that series.
I just think that also
It'll be better
like,
next year.
we talked about this before. It's just
This is
like
definitely better.
you just have a bunch of okay 3-point shooters, and in this day and age, you need some 3-point.
You know, even actually, it's funny I said that because I looked back. I actually was giving them less. Like they're all like high 30s guys, like 40.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
that's a good
though, where
3-point
it's like,
shooter.
you know,
Like
We don't
was
shoot
like,
volume
Like OG
threes.
was like 38% this year. I think Bridges.
but they don't shoot a lot of threes. Is what
Brunson
I'm
was like the
saying.
same.
I'm
Towns
not,
was like
this is not.
same.
It's just that like you don't have those like that guy's gonna get you to your 3-point. I feel like every team kind of has that.
I mean, we had like OG and OG and Bridges are like good 3-point shooters, but I think most of the guys that you're talking about, they don't lock down on defense like those.
Yeah.
And also Hart.
Especially OG, and Hart too.
Hart
can't
stinks
really
from
shoot
3.
threes. That's a problem for sure.
You guys are gonna move on from him.
I don't know if it's Hart. I could see it being like if they make the big move, like the Towns move. I could like.
I could also see Jalen be like, "You're not trading."
Yeah, that's the other thing.
I think Deuce is traded
Because he made some.
because his contract is so valuable.
His contract's incredible.
He made some.
What would you want from
comments.
someone like him?
I think you would attach him with Towns. That would be part
But
of
when
the,
you're so
You
hard
can't
pressed,
get much for just him.
No, I know. The issue is with Bridges, you have no first-round picks left. So like now you're really in a jam where you can't trade picks as an moving forward. So like any change you make gets very complicated.
yeah, you need a third team or Cat is or like Cat's your main piece.
But the thing
I'll be a
is,
three-team
any
should be how it gets
improvement you
done.
make, you're going to lose something off this roster, and that makes it hard.
But I think you're only getting rid of Cat if you're getting something huge
Yeah.
back, like Giannis, for example. Like that's like I think that's the move where
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's
If
not
you're
like
Milwaukee,
if it's not,
You're not dumping
no,
One
Cat.
picks.
But I think there's a way they could get both. Like I saw one. Like I think Simmons threw it out. Where this
He
I'm
did.
just throwing just for like an
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
Just for an example, it was like Bucks, Spurs, and Knicks. The Knicks would give up Towns and Bridges. Like Bridges would go to the Spurs and basically use him to get the picks from the Spurs to give to the Bucks.
Okay.
And then we obviously give Cat to the Bucks, and then we get Giannis, like something like that.
Yeah.
Which I think is like doable, and I don't think that's like the craziest thing in the world. When like Bridges is still a very good player. Like, are you eating probably a few assets?
And
Like you're not getting 5 first-round
the
picks.
other thing with Bridges is he's extension eligible this
his
summer.
contract's going to be bad.
Who's?
Bridges.
What
gonna want money for
what
sure.
he's going to get paid, like it's just not going to be worth.
It's not going to be
the
worth
player.
it.
No.
No.
And
now-
Cat's going to be making 40, 50 million over the next few years.
But I agree with like
Bridges
Simmons,
moving
but he could be worth that much to like a Spurs type team that could use a guy like that.
This is why you don't give up five first for Bridges, because the contract was always looming.
So I get what you mean.
But it's
Obviously,
still even,
in
what do you
hindsight-
think his contract looks like?
But obviously,
5 for like 200.
I also thought he'd be a better player than this.
obviously in
He did.
hindsight,
I thought he'd be a better
yes.
offensive player, and I thought defensively in the Indy series he just wasn't what he needed.
In hindsight, Clemmer, I understand what you
Fair.
mean. No one ever should you don't want to give up 5 first-round picks. I think everyone agrees with that. But this year, at that point, they just got Towns, right?
No, we got Bridges before.
We got Bridges.
So
in the
you're
summer.
already like at that time though. You're like, they're going like your team's Jalen's 29 something.
Yeah, it's
Like he's not a young
No.
superstar.
Right.
Like you're going like your
gotta go
team.
for it.
You know what?
the window.
That's what they thought
I agree.
was gonna win. This is their window. We're going for it, and then they get Towns. I think you could at least like, hey, good. You tried for it. I think it didn't really work. It worked out. It kind of worked out. Like what they traded for was exactly what the result they wanted was to beat the Celtics. You know, like
Yeah.
they got what they exactly wanted from the trade. It just didn't work out. That one extra step that they didn't think about was the Pacers.
My
That just
issue
didn't
isn't trading the picks as much as it is the guy they got back for those picks.
I thought he was going to be better as well. Like when I saw, I was like, "Fuck, that's a really good piece for them." Because I thought defensively and offensively, I thought he'd be a lot better. And I don't know. I think that also, it's also tough for a new team like that to get gelling completely good for a whole. Like people think, "Oh, you had a whole year." Like OKC, you could see it now. What year is this for them all together?
I think it's like 2-3, like
Like
three with,
2-3,
Jalen
yeah.
Williams
Like
and Chet.
1
Over
year.
in 2.
I think it's just like 3, yeah. 3.
Yeah, in like 3
Chet,
years.
Yeah, I guess Chet's sad a year.
I think it's very reasonable to expect Bridges to be better. Maybe not a lot better, but better next year.
Offensive.
Towns, I think, is that's who you're getting.
Of course.
Bridges, I think, with a year under his belt there.
I
and
don't.
all
I
season,
still think Towns can get better in a way.
Defense won't, though.
No, I
His
know, but I
defense
think
is
they can
gas.
figure out a way to get better with Towns. If he was still on the team, I think it's easier, like to maybe get him away from that defense, like different looks. I don't know.
I
There's
don't
definitely
think there's
something.
any way to
how.
make him a better
It's just
defender.
him
That
and
was the
Brunson.
most rebounds he ever had in a season.
No, he rebounded great.
Rebounding is fine.
Like whatever that's.
Hub says it's him and Brunson can't play defense together.
Yeah, you have to
Two of
stagger them, and that
you have
doesn't
such
work.
a minus on both of them defensively. You can like with Brunson, you can make it work because you can have bigger guys. He can just do his best to guard the guard, have a little help. Obviously, like Bridges, whoever takes like the better scoring guard. But two of them, it just can't do it.
See, I do.
Brunson
think
has-
if
Yeah,
you
sorry.
say Brunson was off the team, right? Just say. I know it again, but if it was another superstar that was on your team, like not Giannis, but like someone that's just like 6'7", 6'6".
It'd have to be like a good scoring
Or
guard.
someone
that
who could
also
play a little defense.
I do think Cat would work better on a team like that.
Yeah, you swap Brunson for SGA
You mean
probably.
like
Yeah.
the
Well, I
Timberwolves
mean,
with Anthony
sure.
Edwards?
No, I think Anthony Edwards is actually not the person either. Because
but
he's
the other
just,
part
like,
with that
too
is they had
inconsistent.
Rudy Gobert at center and they were playing Cat
Yeah.
at the four.
I know. That's,
Yeah, he was playing different. Like honestly, the Spurs would be a great Cat team.
Yeah.
Great Cat team.
Well, Wemby can play with anybody. That's the thing. It's like-
I think they would.
Well, Wemby, I agree with Clever saying how Wemby is.
But that's what I'm saying. Where it's like because he's so good defensively. Like you can save Cat from that. Like when
It
you're
would be fascinating.
You're saying, yeah, I'm not saying Cat, you can't win, and any iteration of a roster can't win with Cat.
Not your team.
But it's just not this team.
yes, I
This
agree.
team doesn't work.
I think we all agree with that.
I just don't know what you do. I don't know. I don't know how you fix it. Like other than like Zion, like that doesn't do it.
No, we're not touching him.
Right now.
No,
Right now,
not
bad
right
time.
now.
Oh,
We're
no,
not-
it's true. It's right. Zion's in hot water. No, no.
I wasn't touching him before that. Now especially.
Oh, right. So you have
We're
and-
not
Like regardless,
touching-
I didn't want him. Like,
You're not touching Zion Williamson.
no, right. So Zion's in trouble. So you can't go there. And then Giannis, but everyone's gonna want Giannis. So now
Kevin
you can-
Durant.
I'm gonna say it. Get Kevin Durant. Get him.
What do you have to give up to get Kevin Durant?
Cat.
Is he just
Nothing.
free agent?
Not much.
I
Get
just feel like
him.
he's so old.
I
that-
don't know
But
if
he's
that's
not-
the guy.
right. He
I
doesn't
don't know
move the
if it
needle
is.
for
Yeah,
me.
You guys are
Point his
crazy.
He had
career.
a good year last year, but he's so old.
But he had the year this year.
That
you guys
doesn't
say he's
solve
old.
the defense
on a bad
Oh,
Yeah,
he
but it
doesn't.
solves a lot of other problems you do have. I'm telling you, Kevin
it,
Durant, 100%.
Defense is the number one problem.
What big problem does it really solve?
It's having him next to Jalen Brunson is 5x better than Cat. 5.
Oh, you're taking
no,
Cat off this team.
That's better. No, it's not. No, it's
Yes, it is.
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
it's not.
I'm telling you, Kevin Durant would help this team tremendously. But
You're underselling the stuff that Cat. I think Cat's pretty good.
I
Has
think
nothing to do with
5x
Cat.
better than Cat is preposterous.
It is.
I know, I
Kevin
don't-
Durant's fucking.
This
look
age-
at Kevin Durant's fucking
But
stats.
he's not. He's not 27. He's 37.
Okay, I don't give a fuck. Look at his stats.
Well, you should because he's not
Why?
as good as he was when he's.
But if you look at his stats this year, it happened. Pull him up. Pull up his
Also
stats
doesn't-
this
No,
year.
pull
he
up
didn't
the
play,
stats.
he didn't play the whole
26
season.
Okay.
He played a lot of it.
played a lot of
He had a solid
He
season.
missed 20
He played
games.
good.
He missed 20 games.
26 a
He
game.
missed a
20's a
quarter.
ton.
He missed a quarter of the games, more than a quarter.
But he played it when
26 and 6, basically. Wait. Like, that's like
43%
He's
from
a good.
three.
He's a good player, obviously.
he's really good, but like there's a lot of things he can't do that he used to be able to do.
Correct.
Yes,
Especially in the
but they're
defensive
still
side.
doing more
There's
than
a
a
reason-
lot of
Oh,
other people.
I think he's a better defender than Cat. Like I think
Definitely.
Cat just.
I mean,
is-
almost anyone's a better defender.
But that's what I mean.
That helps.
And also the other part is KD's not going to be as passive on the offensive end. Where Cat's only aggressive when Brunson was off the floor.
Yes, you could have.
Who's gonna rebound?
Huh?
Who's gonna rebound?
Mitch?
But that's it.
So then you're banking on
mean?
Mitch
Yeah, so-
staying healthy.
What-
He can rebound.
What happens when
Mitch
Mitch
can't
can't
play.
play?
That's
20
what
minutes
happens
when
when
Mitch
he
isn't
gets
in the
hurt.
game.
Yeah, he can only
Or
play.
get another fucking. There's
Get
some
Nick
other
Richards
one
in
you
the
can
in the
get.
deal.
Like that's not where I'm the G. Go get someone else that can rebound. That's on low on the dollar. Like I
Find
don't
your next
think
Hardenstein.
That's that, and it's also you're getting him for not much. You're not
I
giving
think
up
I
much
think he
for him.
will actually.
but it's-
You say not much, but like
You're saying not much. Yes, it will, because he also
don't think
makes
it'd
a
be
lot
that
of
much.
He makes a lot of money. You have to match the money. Like there's a lot that goes into
Yes.
it.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't think it'd be
And the
a
Suns
crazy
want
amount.
a team on a team that
You
wants
gave up
picks,
5 first-round
the Suns
picks for
want
someone
picks.
less than him. You're not going to have to give up 5 first-round picks.
you don't have the picks to
Like,
think about. You don't have any picks to think about.
That's what I'm saying, though. You don't. You gave up so much more for a way less player. I'm
That's why
sure
they
you could
shouldn't have-
figure it out.
But again, also, yeah, it was probably a little too much, and he also was 28.
Right.
It was way. We
And
I think
Bridges-
we all agree it was way too much.
It was too much. It was too much.
But Bridges also is remarkably durable.
Yes, he has
There
less
is
to gain.
value in that.
He's only durable because he's afraid of contact.
Whatever it is,
Whatever.
he does play
Yeah,
every
he
game.
doesn't fucking go. He doesn't go in there.
He doesn't
Yeah,
miss 20 games a year like Durant.
Because he doesn't go in.
He's
He doesn't-
allergic
he
to
doesn't-
taking
he doesn't-
layups.
When's the guy? Whenever you see Mikal Bridges crashing the boards?
No, he doesn't. That's
It's
how he-
repulsing. It's at times repulsing to watch him play basketball. I legitimately get sick. I can't stand him at times.
I don't know.
Fadeaway jumpers and passing up layups
On fast
infuriate
breaks.
me, man.
He loves the fade.
Yeah, wait till he changes his shot again in the offseason. Does it every fucking year.
Let's do. Because I want to talk a little baseball because we just did 40 minutes on NBA. But before everyone, predictions in games, NBA championship. Vibsy.
I believe in the Pacers. I think they can win it.
As
They
you
absolutely can win it. I think people saying, I know you guys have all been saying 5, just like the Bucks series.
I promise you.
No, we
No,
were all
I-
saying Bucks in 5.
I honestly believe that the Pacers can take them to 7 games. I think the Pacers are better than the Nuggets. So I'm going to say, I'm being unbiased. I'm going to say the Thunder in 7. But I believe in this Pacers team. I think. they
Oh,
can get the
Vibsy,
job
no,
done.
say Pacers.
Do it.
Say Pacers.
Pacers are winning. I believe.
No,
You
say-
believe it.
when
say
I
Pacers
when I
in seven.
You're trying to be nice,
Say
but like,
Pacers in
because that's
7.
what everyone. No, I'm.
when I was
You owe it to yourself to say Pacers.
when I was sitting
If they lose, who gives a fuck?
right when I was sitting in the cave, game 1, and we were down 17 points. I never stopped believing. You
didn't.
were in there.
No,
you
you
saw
didn't.
that. I believed in the Pacers. I believe in this fucking team. This team has team chemistry. That's what you need. It's not about, how do we get this person here? Can this person play defense? You got to have fucking chemistry. You got to have a team that wants to be there.
Jim
This
Irsay?
team loves ball. We got the ghost of Jim Irsay looking over this team. I know in game 1 against the Knicks, he bounced that ball back down from the heavens.
You have a lot more storylines on your side too. Halliburton's dad.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Irsay.
True.
You got a lot more like of a
Yep.
DVD collecting than OKC.
Yes.
You know
100%.
what does OKC have?
Oh my God. Can we, the
I can't even tell you nothing.
the Netflix
GB?
documentary that they're doing?
They got GB on their side.
Who's GB?
Who is that?
Oh, come on.
How do people not?
How do you guys not know
Yeah,
this?
this
Yeah.
is like.
They got GB.
They got GD
Can I?
He calls it the Kirk Minahan show.
regularly. Sometimes 3 times.
No, I think just I don't know. I thought just in Barstool lore, yeah.
I don't follow.
know?
I
You
don't
have it
follow Rico's bits all the time.
But it's,
a
I
lot
don't
of
think it has
bits.
something to do with a bit. I
There's
think
a ton of bits Rico has
But
that I can't keep up with.
To me, I don't. It has nothing to do with the bit. Just if I hear that, I know like what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, now I got it. But man, for a week I've just been sitting here and just staring and just.
Bosco, listen.
What are they talking about, man?
Bosco bits.
Now I got it.
Uh,
I'm happy as Rico
Hey,
that this is over.
Starting.
oh yeah.
Oh, he's ecstatic.
I mean, you guys. I've called
Walking
him.
on air.
I've called him out, but he didn't care.
No.
No, not real. He does a little bit, but like not really.
Oh, that's nice, Ev.
Vibs is probably the happiest person.
He doesn't like actually care that much. But
Vibs is the happiest person. There's no Game 7. Rico's probably the second happiest.
Bosco. No. Bosco's a longtime Knicks fan. Bosco was there. Reggie Miller.
Rico's your typical Knicks fan, though. He's just showing up to show face and like check a box and be like, "Yep, I'm here. Look at me."
Oh, he's making us look bad now. See, now he's making us look bad. That's a problem.
These guys,
Well,
these guys are legit fans.
As fans, you gotta, if there's a half like Yankee fan in the room, I get pretty angry.
Well, you can tell. You can just kind of tell who's like really like in it throughout the season and who kind of just is like show a little bit at the end. I mean, you can tell.
I'll say this. So I watch the streams because I love watching you guys. It's fun. Plus, when they lose, it's even more fun. But it's funny to see who's locked in and who's not. It's very clear if you watch even 10 minutes of the stream who is very locked in and who is very not.
Game 4, I think the most upset I've been in that room wasn't because like Meek's talking shit in my ear. It's because Rico's behind me talking about his plans for Saratoga, and I'm just like, buddy, this is the Eastern Conference Finals. If you're not locked into this, get the fuck out. Like, yeah.
That's funny. Clemmer, what do you think?
Thunder in 5. I said it a week and a half ago with you. I said the Thunder will not lose 3 games the rest of the way, and they've lost 1 so far. And I think that's going to hold true. There's a great bet on DraftKings. Check that out. Series over in 5 or less, and you can see the Thunder or Pacers, and that's -135.
I'm gonna go with Vivzy.
Let's go.
Aces in 7. I'm with you. Because you know why? Because I have. I'll be honest. I've been a big I just don't see it with the Pacers. But in that Knicks series, I really saw it. I really saw like you. It sounds stupid, but like the team chemistry, the way they like really do. Everyone has their own role, and it's not like Halliburton has to be the guy tonight. Siakam could be that guy. I think Mathurin needs to play really well in the.
Yeah. Mathurin needs to step up, but there's no egos. At least it seems like there's no egos. I don't know if I'm putting too much stock into this, but the way Carlisle runs the team, he's in charge. He's the guy. Because I heard the Knicks fans talking about how Halliburton complains after every play, which is most stars. But
it's also
Halliburton will always be doing the challenge and be like, you got to challenge that. And Carlisle just looks him in the face and is like, no, shut up, just go play. Which I've seen Malone for the Nuggets. Anytime Jokic would be like, challenge it, he'd be like, instantly, even if it was a terrible challenge, Malone would be like, yep, I'm doing it.
Yep.
I just feel like Carlisle, it just seems like a real team. Carlisle's the coach. He's in charge. You got a bunch of egoless players that just go out there and play ball and do what they're told. Love it.
Indiana basketball.
So, Marty, you're on the Pacers.
Yeah.
You have a pretty good track record NBA Finals on this show after last year. No? I'm just bringing it up.
No, we're going to 30-1's bad picks now.
No, it's a great pick. It was a great bet.
It's not. I think it's not fair a little bit to you. I think
Not
it's
fair at all.
Not fair.
If you're on a future, obviously.
As a friend, I said cash
He's
out.
going to go with.
Yeah, it's also.
I mean, yeah, but cash out also is for
who
pussy.
cashes
No,
out?
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
No, making money's for
No,
pussies and penises.
Why would I do? What's the point of having a future of rooting for it for 6 months and then being like, you know what? Maybe I don't like it.
Hedging's for gardeners.
So
Just
you make money.
Not that much.
I was just trying to help you out.
You don't make that much.
More
off it.
than you made.
The reason they
I actually no. I gained more fun. I had more fun.
Okay.
they give you the
That one
option to
doesn't
cash
hurt.
out because they want you to.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give it to you if they didn't want you to.
The ones that
That I think is for the truth. I
I
firmly.
think there's truth in that.
100%.
They would if they.
What-
Trust me. The reason they're saying please cash out,
Yes.
please get out of this.
I know.
Why it's gambling is deal or no deal.
No.
They are the banker, and they go yes or no right now. Yes, deal or no deal, and you say no deal, and you go for you. You just hope.
Well, or you can say deal and you can walk away with a little bit of money. That's right.
Yeah, and then what's
trying to
point-
help you.
What's point of gambling?
you make money.
What do you got?
I respect the Pacers. I just think
You're
the Thunder are that
-7 units, by the way, so I wouldn't listen to you as a friend. Keep going. Sorry.
Are you fucking? You really want to do that, Marty?
What? I won this month.
Hey,
actually, I was
I'm the only person here that actually posted. No, you had a good
do
month
it.
last month.
Let's
Also,
do
was
it.
I need to ask.
I was
did you-
plus
did you-
9.
Did you get that because you posted a parlay ticket after the bet one?
Yeah, what happened with that? How did you
'Cause
get?
that's where I was. I think you posted it on the show, and then they shouldn't have gave you
Evan.
They shouldn't have given
Evan.
you that.
Because if you posted a
Evan, I
parlay,
don't-
after
Thank you,
it
Ev. I'm
hits,
glad.
then
I'm
it's
glad.
like-
Ev, I
That
don't.
made no sense.
Ev, I don't do. I don't do.
No. I don't think it was on you. I
don't
think
do standings. I
think
saw
it was-
I was plus 9. I won.
I think
That's why you're bringing it
no
up.
PMT.
Funny how all of last year you didn't bring it up when you were minus 80 for the year.
I don't know what you're
stats.
talking about.
PMT stats great. I think he just Meek put the ticket on the screen, and PMT definitely just throws up what's on the show, which I appreciate.
Right.
That's what what he should do. But I think
That should not have
parlay after the fact because if you wouldn't have won, it wouldn't have got
And
posted.
you also didn't announce it on the show about Right.
That's because parlay stuff. I just don't post it either way because I know like it's.
Or if you can do it, you just got to do it on the show before.
I just leave it out. Like I just
to be
fair,
to be fair, I do think he looks at our group in DraftKings.
Yes.
So like I
might do that as well.
Bet it.
That's
I
true.
think that's what it is. I'm with you guys. I don't really. But it's,
Where did he post it? Did he post? Well, I don't even know what we're talking about.
We'll add you to.
That's right. There's
before we do that,
got it.
Group chat.
Before we do that, NHL playoffs are here, and it's the Cup, and the only place to buy hard to get playoff tickets in is Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NHL playoff tickets. Prices on the app go down the closer it gets to puck drop. You can save up to 60% when buying last-minute tickets. I was looking for tickets for the Panthers games and the Oilers. It's very like Game Time. Shout out to them because I was like, oh, it's going to be expensive. Like Canada hasn't had a team win since '93 or whatever it is, and it's like go to Game Time. It was very, very. It's a nice price to get in, and also wait a little bit too. Wait a little bit right before the game, and then it might go down even more. What are you waiting for? I'm going to go buy those Panthers tickets right now. Take the guesswork out of buying NHL playoff tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code PICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time. What's your two predictions before we go?
I'm gonna weirdly Thunder in 6. Close out in Indiana because I think Indiana's good enough to steal a couple for sure.
Hubs.
I'm siding the same. I'm going to give them. I'm respecting Indiana enough to win 2 games, but I easily could see this being a sweep too. It depends really what version. I fear Indiana gets destroyed here, but honestly, just because OKC is that good. But
the only thing I'll say in the playoffs, OKC has not been good on the road. Like obviously they've managed to win the series, but like they get blown out in Minnesota. They had a close game. Like I think the Pacers could easily win at least.
Yeah, they
one
do play closer
Indiana.
on the road.
I think they win one.
I think Indiana will definitely win at least a game in the series. I'd be surprised
if you take OKC to win in 5, which I did. No, the exact it's plus 250.
I was gonna say I think that was the most the lowest odds.
Or no, I didn't bet that.
a Pacers win in OKC would stun me. That feels like it's not happening.
It'd be surprising. I'd be surprised.
I said the same thing about the Pacers winning in Cleveland and in New York. I was like, there's no way. And they won. They went up 2-0 on the road, which I know they're not the OKC Thunder, but still.
So the Knicks just suck at
home. Yeah, but I
an OKC crowd and all that. It's
Yep.
it's a lot, man. They swallow you
hey,
whole.
I'm ready. Hey, Ev, Hubs, I'm tipping my Pacers cap to you. Thank you for respecting them. Climmer, I'm turning my nose up at you. Going 5.
The 1 game
The
difference.
disrespect.
They still said Thunder.
Yeah, but they gave them. They said I respect the Pacers. I'm giving them that. You just said
I appreciate you guys made me a lot of money the Cleveland series. You made me a lot of money the New York series. I appreciate the Pacers. Meek, what's your pick?
I refuse to have a pick on the NBA Finals. I am going to be boycotting it. I will be giving out New York Liberty plus 160 to repeat. People tried to rip apart the Liberty winning the title last year, saying, "Oh, there's only 12 teams in the WNBA." Well, guess what? Bill Russell won how many titles when there were like 8 teams in the NBA? So who cares?
So you're not gonna give a prediction on the series?
OKC in 5. There you go. Come, you happy? I wanted to make a little joke here to get some smiles out of some people.
I thumbed
but
my
no.
nose at you.
Thank you.
Talk.
That's a good pick.
Let's quickly talk little MLB. Yankees play the Dodgers this weekend. People have been tweeting at me as I didn't bring it up. They lost. They went 1-2 against the Dodgers. They beat the shit out of their ace Yamamoto.
Hilarious
yesterday.
series.
Well, that's how the Yankees do it. They always lose.
That's
to
how
the
they
shittier
win.
pitchers.
DJ with 4 hits.
Yeah, they always win in the ways where you're like, oh,
Yarbrough.
no chance. Yarborough's like,
Yarborough's not bad.
No, he's been
really
the
good.
definition of solid, rock solid.
he throws a
He's
pitch
just like
that's
consistent and know you.
68 miles an hour.
Yeah, but
It's crazy. No, it's hard to hit. It's also annoying. It's like
Location.
You're
Location.
face Paul Skeens, who's like pinpoint accuracy, 100 miles an hour with a crazy curve, and then you got Yarbrough throwing 88, his hardest pitches, and then 68. It's
Sidearm too. It's a weird. It's a weird.
and Ohtani didn't have like a great weekend too. The Dodgers just beat the shit out of us.
If you-
on,
if
Didn't he have like
bombs.
3 homers?
Yeah,
but he's not great. I can't stand him so much. I'm so
talking
sick
about?
of Ohtani. It makes me so
I
angry.
hate Freddie Freeman more. I've decided he's my least favorite player in sports.
Freddie Freeman? I think he's like a nice.
like
He's like
the
$1 million.
most-
It has
in charity.
nothing to do with his personality. It's that he just ruins me and his dance. That him doing the dance thing, just
I
like
do hate that. Too.
oh my god. But it's good though for them. They know it pisses people off.
They have the best. I think if you took their pitchers on the injured list, I think it'd be the best.
15 guys, Mark.
It'd be the best.
That's who they are as an organization, though. Like, they tell their pitchers to go all or nothing, and then they blow their arms out.
Well,
That's just
not
what they are.
Completely.
They're
like,
always towards the top of the league in pitching injuries.
like Snell just got there. You know.
I think Marty's right. Like, look at the guys they also go after. Guys like Snell or Glass now that are injury plagued, but they have so much wiggle room that they can take that risk.
Yeah,
Where other franchises, if the Royals went and got Blake Snell and he's hurt, then that ruins their entire franchise. The Dodgers can. It's just a
yeah,
loss.
it's an organizational philosophy, is all I'm saying, that they always have their pitchers on the injured list.
And it works. Like last year, they
It worked
won
'cause their
without
hitters
Glass,
are insane.
Without Glass now, they've even
No, it works because they spend money and they have depth.
exactly.
Yeah, because
I
their
wonder when
lineup's $1 billion.
When do you think Shohei starts? August?
That's pretty fair. It's a pretty fair guess.
He might be their ace by the time he's ready to go.
At this
So
point,
here's my
like,
question, though, Hubs.
Don't even do it.
How do you do it? So, like, how do you get him to be ramped up to be a starter? You can't go on rehab assignments, right? Like, how do you do it?
They're doing live ABs, just a
Yeah,
bunch
I
of
think
live
just
ABs and
the
sim
way they're
games and
doing
up
it now.
You're
downs.
just gonna do sim games the entire way. So we'll.
I'm not saying that's what
No,
they
I
should
know,
do.
I know.
That appears to
Well, why
be because
not?
they're not putting him in the minors. They're not
Why
doing
not?
rehab.
Of course
If you
not.
if you put Freddie Freeman up there and some sim games,
Well, it's just
like
not.
other thing,
It's just you gotta replicate game situation. Like
which I think they can.
it's very hard to do it with just sim games.
I get what you mean, but like I don't think it's like that for him. It's just like
There's a reason, I guess, just teams do their do minor league games. Like
well, no,
there's a
because
reason for it.
because they don't hit and they can afford to do it. Like it's just more like I think that he's literally just an enigma where it's like he'll figure.
Should
like,
they
yeah, but how
not
much
have him
ball-
pitch this year and just have it
I
start
think
next
they-
year in spring training?
I
that way
think
you're
he
not
should
under
not. I think he should not pitch. I really do.
Kind of agree.
Because they also
I
have.
saw that take on.
They're
online.
doing so well already. Why put him at risk for getting hurt again?
Yeah.
And also, maybe if he gets hurt more, he can't even hit. You don't.
If you
know.
lose a bat,
Yes.
then they're in actual trouble.
Yes, and like,
as
they're-
many pitching
how many-
injuries they have, they're still fine.
That's what I'm saying. They have
You lose
so
his
many
bat, you're in
injuries.
trouble.
They're not fine. They're more than fine. Like they're in first in a division that's like being very good besides the Rockies, obviously.
2 games up on the Padres.
Yeah, like they're already in first and they're this hurt. Like
I
think,
will say though, it has been dropping a little bit where now the pitching is starting to add up a little bit though, Marty. Like
no, I know, but it's still they're in. Like, why don't you wait and see till they really need them? Like
I
keep
think
doing
they're-
sim games.
They're doing that.
Yeah.
They're not. It's like I think
They're-
if they
but-
wanted to, he could pitch in July. But I don't think. I think they're going to do like a mid-August thing.
I also see them making a trade at deadline and getting a starter.
Always. They'll get Skeens.
Well, no, I shouldn't say no because they are the Dodgers, but
I had a question. I was looking into this weekend. NL MVP because AL is over.
NL might be over.
NL is Ohtani, right? Yeah. I will punch you in the face.
You made
if you
it say.
spring it. It's obviously fun now that every time he's playing really well. By the
MVP.
way,
Are the odds changing at all?
Ronald Acuna
definitely
Jr.
go
still 130 to 1 to win MVP.
yeah, that's going up.
Otani's minus 240. I can show full odds here.
So Ohtani, like,
What's Judge
at
minus
one
3,000?
point. So this is what I don't get, right? Yeah. Okay. What I think it's really, really bullshit that Pete Crow Armstrong is that high, and James Wood is so much. James Wood's having a better season than Pete Crow Armstrong.
Dude, they're almost
Yes.
500 than Nats.
But
If
yeah,
you
but
look at Pete, if you look at their
the Nats
stats,
aren't as good, but the Nats are playing a little better.
but this is
Three
not
below or something.
Yeah.
what like it's this. But Wood is having a better season than Pete Crow Armstrong. If you look at the stats,
Vientos on
they
that
are.
list. Vientos has no business being on that list. Like that's
Exactly.
crazy. Like
But I don't understand the.
He's
High,
plus-
like, is
Why
it
is
just 'cause-
Vientos on that list?
I don't know.
Is it just
He's
because?
better odds than Ronald Acuna.
Like that's
Is it
crazy.
just- Is it just that
The Acuna
Cubs?
pick was maybe in hindsight.
Insane.
Listen, he just started. Give me.
Marty, I believe. I believe in it.
There's 3 6 since he came back.
This guy is. What does that have to do with Acuna?
I'm just saying.
No, answer
You're
the
saying
question.
MVP,
Answer
most
the
valuable
question.
player. They're not much better of a team with them there apparently.
What?
They're 3-6 since he came
Yeah,
back.
no, that tells everything. You're better than that, Phil. Come on.
It's hard to build a narrative though if they're not winning.
Better than that, Phil.
It's just
But-
he's got a short window here to make things happen.
It's not that short. He's got 5 more months.
I'm saying he's got to go
He does it.
now. He's got to go now.
4.
It's got 100 games more.
He's going.
And he's got to play all
Thanks,
of them.
He's going.
Thanks, Phipps.
Those 40 home runs are going to hit themselves. He's got to do it. He's got to do it now.
Real conversation, though. Ohtani, right? At what point does the guy have to go in the field? Never?
If he pitches, no.
MVP-wise? I'm talking about MVP-wise.
Oh, okay, fair.
I understand he won last year. I'm saying again, when does it at this point? At what point does it like, all right, he really is just hitting every day. These other guys are playing the field every single day and making a difference in their team. When does that a little knock on him?
I feel like we used to care about this a lot more. It's a fair point.
Why we should?
Like the DH
Because he's such a great
used to be
hitter.
like a
Yeah, but it's
huge
also like I think if you also have these other guys just hit, they might be better too. I know Otani's so much like an insane hitter. He deserved the MVP last year. I'm not like trying to take away from
He got the
him,
league in
but-
WAR last year.
but, like,
as a DH.
Yeah.
but
Crazy.
not having to play the field, I think, is a little crazy.
People also jack off of stolen bases, and he's probably going to go 50-50 again. I think he's on pace to do that.
He has only has 11.
Oh, okay, so I'm wrong on
like
that.
30 steals.
But you also didn't answer my other question. Why is everyone talking about Pete Crow and not Wood?
Because the Cubs have...
I was in first.
Yeah, they're tied for best
but
record in
that's not
baseball.
like it's
Best record
MVP, most valuable player.
also-
So the Nationals
Also, like
would not
June,
be.
it's June 2nd. I don't think anyone's
So-
talking about MVP.
Yes,
for
they
us.
are. They
So-
100. Every day is Pete Crow Armstrong Day.
Marty,
It
another,
really is.
I was
another,
thinking it might be who you follow it to.
No, it's not. I promise. It's the MLB.
another part of that
They
is...
are trying to force us.
They're forcing Pete Crow Armstrong down my throat.
He's a young star on a really good team in a big market.
But so is but that's I think it's just the market because Wood is. If you look at the stats, he is better than.
No, he's having a great season.
Well,
he's
actually,
also-
if you look at the
the
stats,
teams is they're
Luke
not.
Armstrong's leading the league in WAR.
He's
Remember,
also
his
second in the...
His
in the
defense is crazy, Marty.
Second in
I
NL
understand,
RBIs.
but then what does it matter about the defense? You know, like that's where like I don't get the Ohtani thing. It's like he only gets to bat, and then we don't have to nothing else. about him.
Ohtani's hitting is so great it negates having great defense. Where, although not this year.
Well, what
so
about
far,
great?
this year,
Yeah,
no.
but this year he hasn't been that high
He
up.
has for instance, just based on WAR, Ohtani right now is 3.0. Armstrong is 3.6. So the defense is bigger than Ohtani's. But I think honestly, I think Ohtani's gonna catch him.
Judge is a 5 WAR.
That's crazy.
Judge is minus 6,000 to win MVP, by the way.
6,000.
He should be. There's no dude. He could go for 0 for 30 the next 30 bats.
He'd have to
and
get
still
hurt.
be fine.
That's the
I
only
feel
way.
bad for Cal Raleigh. But the guy is on pace for
Kyle
like
Riley's
50-something
having
homers.
a fantastic
As a catcher,
and a good catcher.
I know.
I think he's like on pace to have like the highest WAR from a hitter in Mariners history.
Mariners finally
In
like
Mariners history,
Yeah, I think let me just double
they
check
just
that.
paid him
For
too,
Griffey,
right?
and A-Rod,
I know,
That'd be
like,
and
crazy.
Edgar, and Ichiro.
They just paid him, right?
Yeah.
Bad time that should have waited a year.
Oh shit.
Jeez, cost
How-
himself the money.
What did Raleigh get? Like 20 a year? Not
Yeah, that sounds right.
even, like 20, right? Like 20 a
Yeah,
year, I think.
Cal Raleigh extended
100
a
over
6-year
5?
contract. Yeah.
6 over. Yeah,
That's what I thought.
It's a nice deal for a catcher, but
yeah
still.
6,105.
Yes,
Yeah. I mean, you're
He's
not
not-
mad.
he's
You're
not
not mad you signed
so-
it, but
All
man,
about timing.
There's
Like
Oh.
18, 17.
There have only been 3 catchers to ever cross 9 F WAR in a single season.
Bench.
2012 Buster Posey, 72 bench,
Yeah.
97 Piazza.
Yep.
Raleigh is on pace for 10.6.
oh my god.
Wow, holy shit. I mean, what does he have? 22 home runs now? 22,
23.
23? Wow.
Yeah, baseball starts to pick up now with like the NHL and the NBA being in the finals. It's like more people start paying attention.
Yesterday, I think it really hit me in the face. I was like, we really like it's just we obviously have the finals, but that's it. Just
Yeah.
baseball. And there's so many games in between the finals.
Yeah, it's
Like most of them, there's like 2 days in between. There's
Too much time.
Nothing.
Dude, we not freaking out until Thursday, and then you're right. Then you have breaks in between, but like it's crazy. We have until Thursday.
It's really like we have these last like whatever 4 to 7 games, and then that's it.
Become a tennis fan. There's always matches.
hey,
It's beautiful.
Big UFC summer.
I watched.
That match was
It was
awesome.
the best tennis match
It was
I've
so
watched
good.
in so long.
That was so good.
But yeah, the before we go, like this Yankees team is the first year in a while where I don't hate specific players yet. You know, like I don't. I usually some
Evan
people
Williams
I'm
is
like,
trying, but he's been
yeah, but like
Been better.
They're just not. There's nothing like.
You don't hate DJ?
No, I don't. I mean, I just know what DJ is.
It's tough
at
to
this
hate
point.
DJ. You almost hate like Cashman, and for like.
It's just more
allowing
like
him
I
to
like this
be an
team.
impact
I like where we're at. It's more like I don't. They seem like a good group together. Like Goldsman, I thought would have fell off by now. He hasn't. and he's been good.
His numbers
and
versus lefties are crazy.
He's putting his torpedo bat up your ass about his age.
Yes.
And but yeah, like,
do you hate? Who got called up yesterday? Cookie. You hate
I
him?
love Cookie. There's no, you can never get me to hate Cookie.
We all love Cookie.
No, but it's just like I don't know how you feel as Yankee fans, but it's a team where it's like they're just they're a good baseball team, and they just need to make some trades at the deadline.
Yep.
We need a third baseman.
Yeah, they're
I think they'll be aggressive.
or second baseman.
I don't see why not. Like I think they'll absolutely be aggressive.
It might end up being a second baseman because it's easier to trade for a second baseman.
They
than a
are
third
saying
baseman.
Jazz.
Jazz.
I was like Chaz a third.
Jazz is being, prepped to play third.
Yeah, good team
Talked about it
player.
already, right? He said he was good with it.
Yeah, good team player.
He is the ultimate. Yeah, he'll do whatever it takes.
Me and Clemmer feel that same way about the Mets. Like, obviously, some other folks in the office that are Mets fans don't agree with us, but this is the most stress-free Mets team we've had so far, I think, in a while.
Yeah. And like once again, the idea that Soto, for some reason, people were like he's somehow bad or something was so stupid. He's obviously been very good this year.
It's been very good.
He has been.
Very good as
Do you guys think Lindor has been very good this year?
It's been good.
pretty good. Lindor's been pretty good.
Very good. Is
Alonso's been very good. We may have
Alonso's
four.
been good for sure.
I was talking about this yesterday, Clemmer. We may have like 4 All-Stars on this team.
All right,
Also, like,
how about
just,
Soto's been
like-
good? How about I'll take very. How about good?
Yeah.
Sub 800
Like,
OPS.
he's been good. Very good is
Very
like-
close to 800. Though.
He's saving his best
By his
baseball for Pride
standard,
Month.
by his standards, he has not played very
He
good.
also like
he's been good and he's been helpful.
he played horrible for that stretch, and then like they played the Rockies, and he got better,
Yeah.
which helped him. Yeah, the Rockies. I
Rockies,
literally think I could
holy
play on the
crap.
team.
To Ben Rice
He
and
should have signed me
First
when
team
I
to
played.
50 losses before 10 wins.
People that didn't know, by the way, that Rockies video I did, it can't come out because the MLB squashed it. But I think they should have signed me. That's how bad they are.
Can't get worse.
9-50 is one of the funniest records I've ever seen.
Like, what are we talking about? So, like, the record, is 40 wins, right? Like, they're on pace to win, like,
That's the record?
26.
That's the worst record ever.
The Mets won 41-20 in 1962. Now, last year, last
no
year, the
world of them getting 41.
White Sox went 41-1-21, so they lost more games, but they still won more than the Mets. This team's on pace to win, like, 26 games.
I don't see them getting to 20 wins.
Now, they have, this series coming up is huge. They're playing the Marlins. If they can win 2 out of 3, then it's like, all right.
Clemmer, haven't won a series all year.
No, but like they like this is, but these are the games they have to win, right?
I know,
'Cause
yeah.
they're outclassed by better teams.
Dating back to last year, they've lost 22 series in a row.
They've made some moves. They just got Orlando Arcia. They went and got Keston Hora. They're trying to do.
They
that.
also just don't do anything at trade deadlines.
No.
no.
Ever. Like, even when they're in it, when they're out of it, like, they never do anything. So it's not like you're like, oh, they'll just trade some people to maybe start over. Like, I think they're just going to keep doing that.
What
They're-
pieces do they have to trade?
They have McMahon.
He's not even that good this year.
Hubs hates when I say it. I think
Well,
he should go.
Doyle?
His numbers are just
Doyle's
way
not
low.
that
Doyle's
good
having
this-
a bad year this year. I love Doyle.
is he not
Doyle
good?
is one of the
I
best
think
infields in
You
baseball.
also have to
I
give,
thought he was
you
good.
also
I
have to
was
give
like-
them grace a little bit, like these guys, because I don't know if it's possible to be good on this team. You have no protection
You play in the
anywhere.
best hitters park in baseball.
What do you mean they're playing the worst? You're always down 8-0. It's not the best place to be.
Actually, it's not, actually our spin zone. They throw in their bad relievers though.
Are they though?
I'm saying the other team when you're losing by that much.
I don't think the
you're not
relievers-
getting their like closer.
I don't
like,
think many
you're not
relievers
their,
are
like,
getting in.
Closer and setup guys.
Most starters are staying in until the 7th.
I mean that might be.
8th.
That's fair. That might
it's
Their new
wild.
manager is 2-17.
Yeah.
Can they
Yeah,
fire
no.
the interim guy?
Bud Black was definitely the problem. It's like
This guy's
that's
name
where
is Warren Schaefer. Poor Warren. He's
it's funny where it's like teams do that. It's like, yeah, let's fire Bud Black. It was definitely his fault why they're bad. It's
an
like,
accomplished manager who is respected throughout the game.
like people like that's like why people actually might like the team.
He's got to be
And
so
let's
happy
not
he has a
do
summer
that.
off now.
Oh my! That guy is
yeah.
living.
Getting paid, too.
Yeah.
He's living the life.
Such a good guy.
And his all-time
gem.
record doesn't get tarnished anymore. You know,
Yeah.
he was having
Bro.
tons of losses. That guy Schaefer, his loss.
Schaefer.
Oh
He
my
might be the
God.
worst manager of all time.
He might go down.
Be like 8 and
He
like
could potentially
8 and 80.
He could potentially be like 8 and 90. That's crazy.
Poor Warren.
He could win the World Series the next 3 years and still be pretty bad.
It's gonna take him a long time to make it.
Oh, what do
do
you
90 and 8 to make it up.
And his credit with 100 winning percentage.
What do you say to your players?
Go get him tomorrow,
We'll
boys.
get
I
him
don't think.
tomorrow.
I don't think.
They even talk?
I actually had this conversation. Do you think it's kind of fun to be on the team right now?
No.
No,
I
think
said
it's
yes.
miserable.
I
think
said
it's
yes. I said it's bad, But you're so like, okay, right now I think being on the Orioles is like not even doing it because I hate them, but like that's an awful feeling because there's expectation. You know you have pieces, but you're just bad, and that's like miserable. The Rockies are the worst team of all time. It's almost like at this point, boys, let's just have some fun. Like, we're obviously an embarrassment.
Imagine they win 2 in a row. They're going to be electric.
Yeah, like, they're almost like
awesome.
they're a story if they win a game.
Yeah.
They win one game, everyone's like, fuck yeah, Rockies.
let's
Like,
go.
that could be fun. The Orioles, it's more like disappointing. That's sad. Like, even like the Red Sox, like, that sucks right now, too.
They can even, at least those teams can try to convince themselves that, like, we can get back even, like, a little bit.
Yeah, but that's...
As much as with the Orioles, for example, like, we know their shot, they can, like, tell themselves, like, hey, we can, like...
We're 9 back, whatever.
We
Like,
can
all right,
win, like, 10 in a row, and all of a sudden we're, like, 4 back or whatever.
Bro, the MLB
Like,
right now...
The Rockies, it's like, you can't even, like, we're 30 games back, gentlemen. Like, we can, like... there's nothing you can really say.
The MLB now...
Everyone knows
like,
what it is.
They should just have just one day Rockies versus the Savannah Bananas and just see if they could beat them. And whoever wins gets in. And that's becoming
honestly, what it really is, I think if you genuinely, like, if I'm, like, you're sitting the guys down, like, listen, like, you guys all have careers. You're going past, take the Rockies out of it. You're playing for the name on the back right now.
Yeah.
You're playing for, like, how is your kid going to eat next year?
You're playing for yourself.
You got to play well.
Play for your
You gotta
career.
Play well to get in a different team next year. Somebody's going to fucking watch you besides this team. I'm dead serious. I'm the manager. I'm like, one by one. That's how I'm keeping them interested. Like,
Play selfishly, motherfucker.
like if you play like shit, you're gonna be fucking packing boxes at UPS next year. Like, you gotta come here every day ready to work. Ready to work.
The Rockies can go
We've got
50,
one shot at this fucking thing.
They can go 52 and 51 and still finish with 100 losses.
Oh, no. That's tough.
I got news for you. They're not going.
Not doing that.
They're one. I might be locked. The Yankees don't play tonight. I might be locked in on that Marlins
And also,
game.
No, I was thinking the same thing.
For-
See what goes. Since it tells
The Mets
me,
don't play till
as I've
10.
Ever seen.
4th of July weekend this year, Colorado, the Rockies versus the White Sox. Series of the
Dude,
year.
the White Sox
Like, that's
are a
awesome.
class above them. The White Sox play
The White
tight
Sox are
games.
calling up some interesting prospects.
Who else?
Ed Royth is really interesting. They had him. They just called up.
Okay.
Yep. So, like, they have there's some pieces there, like, oh, this is intriguing.
There seems to be some plan. There's some plan. Something's written down on a piece of paper. Like, we're gonna try this. The Rockies, they don't even have a pen.
The Royals called up Caglione.
Caglione. Is he playing tonight?
Caglianone.
Caglianone.
He
don't
was their
play
6th
tonight.
overall pick last year. Was a two-way player in college. He played like 12 games in AAA, and it was like, we gotta get this guy
Dude,
up.
He had like
hits-
a ton of home runs in this.
He hits balls into
He's
the trees.
Italian Yordan Alvarez.
Yeah.
I remember at Florida, he was hitting nukes at
Yeah.
Florida.
He was the homers in the minors leading up to this call up are hilarious.
Yeah, like his
He has 56 ribbies in 50 games this year.
Yeah,
Monster.
he looks like Paul Bunyan. He's a monster.
his
up there.
nickname is Jack Tani because he was a two-way player.
They didn't even try that in the minors though
No.
with him, right? Yeah.
No, just let him hit.
Hubs, let's start with you. Let's do some picks.
Start with me. I'm currently on a live bet at the moment on Alexander Bublik. It's a crazy upset going on in tennis.
Well, that's good for the listeners to get on that.
Why? You can bet
Because
a
it
lot.
might it might be leveled very soon. You can get on. I like the Angels tonight in Boston. They are plus 125, so I'll be on them. And I will take the Mets plus 135. Blackburn's debut.
Yeah,
I think that's
Paulie punch
I think
outs.
that's a very generous line to the Mets, and I will be on the Mets.
Justin May hasn't been great.
None of their pitchers have outside
Yeah, but
Yamamoto.
that's just you never know.
I'll also
Debut is always you never find.
know.
I will also be on Soto 2 bases, whatever that is. So I will
Wow.
find that right now and take that.
Very big of you.
Why?
I mean,
Yeah, what a Mets fan you are.
yeah. Saying it's very
money.
big.
It's plus money?
It's just for money.
Oh,
I'm looking. It might be.
Shows.
Like, no way it's plus money.
I'm finding it right now. You'd be surprised.
Really?
Maybe not this one, but I'll find it. Keep going. Someone else.
Ev.
I got Dodgers Mets over 9. I'm also on the Giants minus 1.5 plus 125, and I'm on the Red Sox actually.
We should be, as a show, we should be like those 3 guys who bet Angel Reese no basket, first basket
Those
every
clips are
time
funny, very funny.
for the Rockies. Because I'm going Rockies tonight, plus 165.
Oh, Marty, what?
I'm going to enjoy myself.
You know they have them.
You're not going to enjoy yourself.
You're rooting for them?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm rooting for them. They're
Honestly,
fun.
What you should do, I noticed they've done it a few times. They did it to a Mets a couple of times, and obviously still lost. They score first.
They score quick. And they always
Funny to
lose.
bet them just to score first.
I'm going Rockies plus 165. I am going with the Angels plus 125. I'm putting myself in for a horrible night to watch some baseball.
This is masochism stuff.
I'm going Brewers, and then I am going to go with the. Oh, you're not going to like this one. The Athletics.
Dude, they're
Severino
on some
against the Twins.
But it's plus 150. Soto 2 bases.
Soto 2 bases.
Soto 2 bases.
Oh, you said Ohtani you're gonna do. Okay.
No, I said Soto.
Oh, okay.
Plus 150.
Me?
Yep.
So I'm not here again until Friday. So I'm on the Thunder to win in 5 games. That's plus 250. I'm on. I'm on the series to go 5 or less games. That's minus 130. I'm on Jack Flaherty under 2.5 earned runs. It's minus 150, kind of juicy, but I like it a lot. And my pick of the day is Joe Ryan under 2.5 earned runs. That's minus 135. I have won 4 of my last 5. And then I'm on the Marlins run line because they're playing the Rockies. That's plus 110.
Bibbs, do you have anything?
I'm gonna take the Pacers to win the series because if you take OKC, whatever, you're just like everybody else taking the chalk. But if the Pacers win, you get to say you were right and you predicted it.
Plus 500, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. It's like the odds are like
Yeah,
Probably
I thought-
500, I think. 450, 500.
I thought it was 6, maybe. but-
plus 500.
okay.
I know Thunder
Sweet
minus
favorite.
700.
Sweet.
May I also have a moment? Sad news. Sports science. John Brenkus passed
Very
away.
sad.
That's very sad.
Very sad.
Iconic segment on SportsCenter. It was the best. You're sitting at home watching SportsCenter for the 5th time over the summer vacation, and he's on there. You watch it every time. You get to find out that the torque on Tiger Woods' swing can power a small Midwest town for 27 minutes. Really sad news. I'm wearing my sports science polo. John Brenkus was the man. R.I.P.
Speaking, I actually felt bad that they were definitely one of the we talked about ESPN segments recently.
That was a good segment.
Definitely one I very much.
That's a
liked.
really good segment.
I think unanimously liked. For
We
that.
were talking shows. This is more,
It was like a segment. It was like a show / segment.
Right.
It kind of fell.
It was a fun, smart, creative look at sports. It's pretty
was.
great.
yeah.
Like Aaron Donald hitting you was like a F-150 like driving.
Yeah.
straight into your
Yeah.
chest.
There was
awesome.
There was an episode where he literally had a defensive tackle from the NFL like hit him, and he just fucking made him go flying through the air. And like John Brenkus is like 5'8", an average dude, but he was
guy.
willing to put his body on the line. He's a great host.
So Emo posted a clip on it. It was like testing like Ray Lewis, and like Ray Lewis hitting you like coming like the A gap. It was literally like getting hit with an actual batting ram. I think worse.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was such a good show.
It was a good show.
Put science and sports together. R.I.P.
Yeah, that is a show.
Wait, I have a pick.
Oh, okay.
I am on Joe Ryan over 2.5 earned runs.
Oh no.
Because the A's bats have been swinging pretty decently the last few days. I know they've lost a bunch. Like what are they? Like 1-13 over the last 2 weeks.
They were like hovering at like a
They
wild
scored
card. And
7
it's just bad.
Yeah, no, season's over. They scored 7 runs 2 games in a row versus the Jays, 4 runs yesterday. Games in Sacramento where the ball flies. I'll take my chances that Joe Ryan
The
gets.
A's have more home runs on the road than they do at home.
Okay.
Joe Ryan has given up 1 or less earned runs in 5 of his last 6 starts.
I will be taking Joe Ryan over 2.5 earned runs. Not to spite Clemmer.
I like it.
It's Marty's on the A's too, so it's like I am backing him in a way.
Ryan is a 1 ERA even in night games this year. 36 innings pitched.
That's not a real like. Who cares?
A 1 ERA, I do.
In night games and
It's interesting, and the fact that he's been on such a hot streak the last 6 starts is interesting.
6 starts fine. Night games, come on. You're reaching a little bit.
I think the night game and day game stuff actually matters a lot.
Matters to Bayo, no one else.
DeGrom,
And
Oh, DeGrom's good night and day.
but his day stuff was
Josh
crazy.
Hamilton, that was a big thing.
No, I think
Oh,
how you see the ball actually matters. I think the night and day stuff matters a lot.
All right, that's the show. I will be in LA this week, so the fellas, Hubs and Ev are gonna hold it down for a while.
Yeah, I'm not back till Friday, and I think Rico's out the whole week. So
Rico's out.
I'll be here all
Evan
We're rolling.
Hubs.
It's a show. We'll see you guys tomorrow.